This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
You are locked and loaded with us for the next 2 hours. We couldn't be happier about it. Now, Jack, we haven't really caught up yet pre-show like we normally do.
We haven't.
I was too busy abusing old men in the car park. But we need to discuss a message, a photo that you sent me of your very chic house, by the way, in the background, with, it looks like 3 laptops and 2 phones.
Yeah, and like 2 web browsers open on each laptop because I was trying to score Fred Again tickets. And Swanee, after 46 minutes, I got them.
You got them. So you know how us Swifties felt on July 1st last year.
I do, and everybody has been replying to my Instagram story saying this is the new Eras tour. I said it is.
It absolutely is. Now, forgive me for my ignorance. I'm not real. I know a little bit about Fred Again.
Yeah.
You know, I
adore you.
I know that one because Nova plays that one, and it's great.
It's a tune. So
it's the sound of summer, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I fell in love with him in 2020 in that first year of COVID, and I was one of the first. So I've been obsessed since. I missed his shows last year or the year before. So he's a DJ, Swanee, and he loops a lot of instruments. He's really amazing to watch live because he does it all live.
Yeah.
What a lot of people don't know, though, is his full name, Frederick John Philip Gibson.
Oh.
Got his start as like a songwriter and record producer. So he is actually listed as a co-writer on this song.
I'll be riding shotgun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And he also wrote and produced several of Ed Sheeran's songs.
Really?
Yeah, on his 2019 album. I forget the name of it, but yeah.
How clever.
So I'm very happy. He's a talented man.
You look so happy. I also love that he announced the tour 4 days or something before he's going to be on stage.
24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
So for Melbourne, the tickets went on sale at 9 a.m. and for Sydney siders, they went on sale at 1 p.m. So
I would have hated it if Taylor had done that to me because how would I have got my outfit together?
This is so true. Next, we're going to talk scammers on the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And last week on our regular Wednesday segment, Sweeping Statements, which we will be doing after 3 o'clock.
Thursday, I'll just correct you, but
Oh,
yes.
Thursday. God, our regular Thursday.
We love a sweeping statement.
I'm a day behind. I will be taking your calls later for that, so get thinking. I said that I love it when scam callers call me because I have some fun with them.
I'm so surprised by this because you are such like a time poor person and they are such time wasters. They infuriate me.
I know.
I can't believe you can turn it into like something positive or fun.
We turn it into a family fun time because they always call after hours.
Yeah.
After dinner. Phone goes off. Everybody goes, yes, all right, let's do
We're
this.
in.
Well, an example of a scam caller has gone viral. And I think that I would have fallen for this.
Well, I'll call them. If it goes out, then so be it. But I'm not going to be talking to somebody on private about some secret code, sorry.
No, sir. It's something that I have sent you just to confirm. It's a 2-factor authentication. Okay? This is AI generated.
Okay, so what happened was the scam caller, the guy with the English accent, called a customer of NAB, a bank customer, and said there's been a suspicious payment on your account and I'm from the fraud department and we want to stop the payment. We don't want you to have to pay for this
Release
stuff.
this money.
Yeah. And when then he said, I'm just about to send you a 2-factor authentication, which is a term that is used everywhere.
Yeah, and you would expect to hear that from a bank.
Of course. And that was when that conversation went awry because the guy's like, well, I don't really want to give you a code. I don't trust you. Things escalated a little bit when the customer, the Australian accent,
Ray,
questioned the logic of the situation.
It's impossible if I didn't work for this institution for me to send you text messages on the government gateway. So if you click on that text message and if you scroll up, you will be able to see that you've received previous text on there before.
That checks
so it's
out.
not something that you haven't received from us.
Yeah, all right, mate.
Exactly. So if you could just go ahead and pop onto that text message.
the thing that doesn't check out though, Swanee, is I bank with CommBank. They will never text you a code. It comes up in my app. They always make you go to the app because you're already logged in. So it's even more secure.
I'm with Westpac and they
you
text
get
me a
text.
code.
Oh, and the other thing that was a red flag to me is he said institution. Who calls a bank an institution? And then government gateway. No one speaks like that. No one says government gateway.
I think they do.
No.
I think it is a government gateway and a bank is a financial institution. I absolutely would have fallen for this.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, you recently have been scammed too.
I know. I know. I've got to stop publishing my credit card details on toilet walls. Now, this would be very frustrating for a scammer or an actual bank guy who's trying to do the right thing.
And it's what would be frustrating too, Swanee, is how calm Ray's remaining. Like, he doesn't care. He's so unfazed. That would piss them off.
And he wasn't budging. And it does make sense. He's like, that's fine. I'll call a number.
Yeah.
And then we can continue all this. But until I have the agency to call a number, I'm not going to play along. And I tell you what, the scammer wasn't playing along either.
I mean, I'm not going to do it until I speak to somebody from NAB that I actually call.
That you actually call. Okay, sir. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and try to stop this payment. But if it does go ahead and leave the account, unfortunately, you will be liable for this payment. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, off. Love you. Bye-bye.
It's terrible.
Okay, off. Love you. Bye-bye.
Having said that, that is a great way to end most conversations.
Isn't it? And after the expletive, just throw in I love you to soften the blow.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, off. Love you. Bye-bye.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Hey, Priceline Sister Club members. Don't forget, when you shop at Priceline, there is more to love as a Sister Club member. Every point gets you closer to a $5 reward. Scan your card in store or log in online and start shopping.
Head in store or online at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
My God, I am loving this story and the developments that keep on coming. Of course, I speak of the Willy Wonka experience. That was a ticketed event in Glasgow, Scotland, known for the deep depression that everyone's in most of the time. And before you come at me, my grandfather was born and raised in Glasgow. I know what it's like.
Especially right now in their winter. Oof.
Ouch. First of all, we didn't discuss this yesterday. It was called Willy's Chocolate Experience, which sounds like a dodgy movie.
Yeah, or something that'll be on at Mardi Gras.
It is the weirdest name, Willy's Chocolate Experience. More photographs have come out of this completely dodgy and underwhelming event aimed at children, but they were screaming and crying. The police were called.
It was compared to a meth lab.
And you can see why. My favourite part of this was in the pitch. When they were getting your money for the ticket,
Yeah.
they said there will be a bubble and lemonade room. That sounds magical.
That sounds sick.
In reality, the room where they said the air sparkles with floating bubbles and rivers of sparkling lemonade flow freely was a trestle table with a bin underneath it, with no tablecloth, with 9, count them, 9 half-filled plastic tumblers of home brand lemon squash.
It's the no tablecloth for me. At least whack down a tablecloth and cover the underneath boxes you've got sitting there.
It's the half-filled drinks for me. Like, at least go and buy those cool, drink bottles.
And the development here with the actors, Swanee.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe that the script that they were given was AI generated. It's Willy Wonka. Surely there are several scripts online that you could just print that they've used before.
Well, also, they couldn't. It's a licensed thing. You can't actually use the words Willy Wonka. So the actor that they hired to be the master of chocolate at this event was referred to as like Willie McDowell or something, because they can't use the word Wonka. It just gets better and better. There's a photo attached to this that everybody's seen of a very downcast looking female Oompa Loompa.
Yes. She looks like the queen of the meth lab.
Yes, she's been tracked down by radio stations across the world, and she has said that it's a terrible photograph and she looks awful, and she does see the fun side of it, but she has shared the script and it is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I feel like this could end up being good for her career because it's somewhat put her on the map. Any publicity is good publicity.
Well, you know what I would do if I was the organisers of this event? I would book that entire thing, leave it as it is,
And now let people go and
slash
experience
the price a bit.
Yes.
And because grown-ups would love the irony of it.
Oh, we'd go.
Have some dance parties at night there.
That is a fantastic
Yeah,
idea.
that is what I would do.
And have her there, though, like serving the drinks.
Absolutely.
Because then at least she gets a little bit of work out of it.
Exactly.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Thanks to Priceline Pharmacy, who is never disappointing.
Ever.
Ever, ever, ever. Unlike the Willy Wonka exhibition in Glasgow, Scotland, which was an absolute debacle. A trestle table, a rubbish bin, 9 empty tumblers of home brand lemon squash that was advertised as a lemonade river. I went to a Halloween event once with my kids, and admittedly, it's gotten a lot better, but I was there on the first day of the first event. There was no one there apart from us.
Where was it taking place? Where was it held?
Oh, like a park somewhere.
Oh.
There was a couple of rides and literally no one there. One of the exhibits was an actress, not unlike this Oompa Loompa, dressed in an Edwardian dress, just staring at the kids.
It's so soul-destroying for them.
I know. But here's the thing with terrible events. Sometimes they're more memorable than good ones. We went to a really dodgy museum in Anaheim. We talk about that more than Disneyland. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Molly, what happened to you in Port Arthur?
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, gorgeous.
My parents went to Port Arthur when they were younger. They said it was the scariest ghost tour they've ever done.
It is. I've done it. I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done one of those night ones, and you carry around lanterns, and you go into
Yeah.
the morgue, and oh God, it's heaven.
Yeah, sounds horrific. Anyway, so I surprised my sister for her 21st birthday to go to Port Arthur Ghost Tour. I paid for the boat, accommodation, everything. It was over $1,000.
Oh, God.
When we got there, they didn't mention anything about COVID restrictions, but pretty much they didn't let us go into any of the building sites, any of the haunted houses or anything on site. We stood out the front for the whole 3 hours, and they just told us stories about how top 3 haunted place in Australia, and we didn't get to go into any of them. We stood out the front.
Well, you stood out the front of the building, of the gates.
Yeah. Of all the buildings, they walked us out and they said, sorry, we can't go inside, but yeah, this is how scary they are inside.
Molly, that is the worst gift I bet you've ever given anyone.
What was your sister's response after? Like, did she feel bad for you?
Well, she felt bad for everyone, and we had to drive an hour and a half back to our accommodation and then the next day 10 hours home on the boat. So it didn't stop there. It just kept getting worse and worse, unfortunately.
Molly, I'm going to give you a Priceline Pharmacy voucher to make everything better.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Trust me, when you turn up to spend it, you're allowed to go inside. Renee, let's finish with you. What was the most underwhelming event you ever bought a ticket for?
Hello, Chrissy and Jack. What I wouldn't have given to go to that Willy Wonka experience.
I know, right? It sounds amazing.
Oh, my gosh. So we spent a fortune a few years ago on a sunset cruise from Port Douglas.
Oh.
And, it was advertised as being really lovely and peaceful, and you float out and you have some champagne and you watch the sunset. And what it
in
actually
the
was-
pictures, did they have, sometimes they do this on Airbnb ads as well, is they've got a bottle of wine and a prawn cocktail, and you were like, oh, I can do a bit of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had little kids, and I rang them to say, is it safe for little kids beforehand? Yep, they told me it was. No, actually, it was not. So we get out of the harbour, and the yacht's basically on a right angle to the ocean with waves crashing over, people vomiting. We nearly lost our kids overboard. It was the most ridiculous experience we've ever had.
You are joking.
No.
No stars.
Terrible.
No stars,
No,
Twilight Cruise,
0
Port Douglas.
stars.
But 5 stars for you. There's a Priceline Pharmacy voucher coming your way, Renee.
That gets me out of my post-Taylor funk.
Oh,
Yes.
I know. It's real.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Mystic Chrissy strikes again.
Chrissy's clickbait.
What was I saying just yesterday about
Justin
What's his name?
Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
We were
I
in
was
the-
thinking Justin Timberlake there, and I'm like, no.
We were in the middle of a Bieber song and he asked me what he's up to at the moment and where he's been. And we did some digging and I was like, Swan, it's a great point you raised because he's not featured on Hayley's Instagram for a couple of months now.
That's exactly what you said yesterday.
And that is a little bit sus.
And today, Stephen Baldwin, who is Hayley's dad, has posted to Instagram asking people to pray for his daughter Hayley and son-in-law Justin Bieber. I'm worried.
This is weird. We sensed something was off yesterday when we were discussing.
Because you know that they're deeply religious, all of those people, particularly Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Like, he is really into that
Mad
stuff.
for the Bible.
And I didn't know that, obviously, she is mad for the Bible. Have you ever read the Bible?
What do you think? Mate, if I went near a church, it'd erupt in flames.
Trust me, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't, although, because I went to a Catholic school, and one of the rites of passage was you'd pick up your book list and you always got a Bible, right? Almost every year, a new Bible. Why? Anyway, we would all flick through the pages to a part in the Bible called the Song of Songs, which talked about sex, basically.
Yeah, right, okay.
And it compared a woman's breasts to a pair of flying gazelles. And we would all...
I love that there's a raunchy part.
I know. And kids will find it. Don't you worry. At the same time they're reading Judy Blume, they're finding breasts like flying gazelles. Anyway, thoughts and prayers to Justin and Hayley.
I hope.
And I've got a real bad feeling, man.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I've got a real bad feeling. Now, we were going to talk about Andy Cohen and the Real Housewives, but we've sliced that out because breaking news. Who do you think? An Australian woman, artist, recording artist, has broken the record for streaming music. Now, this is bigger than my Queen and Saviour Taylor Swift.
Is it our Aussie Queen Kylie Minogue with Padum Padum?
It is not. It is the one and only Frankston resident,
your mate,
Tones and I.
What's the record, or what's she done?
3 billion streams. The first female artist in the world.
Not just Australia.
No.
How has Taylor not sort of reached that point with this Eras tour?
It is unbelievable. I mean, it just goes to show you never know the kind of reach that a local girl has.
Absolutely. And if you think about it, Swanee, she is in front of a lot of people at the moment supporting Pink.
Yes.
On her Summer Carnival tour. So everyone would be listening to a lot of her music.
But how ironic that this is her new single and I love it.
It's called Dreaming.
Just
Cool.
enjoy this for a minute. Have we got a few seconds to just enjoy it?
20.
I mean,
I like it.
She doesn't need the streams, but if you want to, you can go to Spotify and stream that.
It's just made me think of something. Channel 9 are currently promoting the Olympics.
Yes.
And the song that they've got to it is Tones and I. It's a cover of something that escapes my brain, but it is beautiful.
She's extraordinarily
And I turn
talented.
it up every time purely to hear Tones.
And how's the irony of Pink's support act actually having more streams, more downloads
Right.
on Spotify than the main act?
Be better, Alicia Beth Moore.
Extraordinary.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
You are listening to the Chrissy Swan Show, and if you are the parent of a Fred Again fan, hopefully between dropping your kids off at school and maybe waiting for them now to get in the car, you have been successful getting tickets. You, Jack, had how many screens going this morning?
I had about probably 5 screens with 8 different browsers going, and after 46 minutes, one of them worked, and I got my 4 tickets, and I'm so excited.
Now you know how us Swifties felt.
I really do, and so
Yeah.
many people were replying to my Instagram story saying the same. Sydney's went on sale at 1 p.m, so I hope everyone in Sydney got their tickets.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away a bum bag.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Natalie, I hope you've got your thinking cap on.
Yes, I do.
Oh, your phone is bad, so I'm going to stop talking to you and I'm going to go to Winnie. Hi, Winnie.
Hi,
I love your name. Is it short for anything?
Winona.
Winona.
Great name.
That's great. Were you born in the 90s?
I was.
Oh, God, I love this. You know, I love name-checking people according to the year that they were born.
It's a skill of Mystic Chrissy's.
And Winnie, you know, I was fortunate enough to host a box for Taylor Swift. Have you heard of her? Anyway,
I have.
I know. One of the winners was Montel, and I got to meet his mother at the box, and I said, "You've got to tell me, is he named after Montel Jordan, famous for This Is How We Do It from the 90s?" She said, yes, he is, and I've got a daughter called Mariah.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. Absolute heaven. All right, girls, your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game, walks away with the money can't buy Chrissy Swan Show bum bag. Question number 1. It's been reported that Ryan Gosling will sing what song at the Oscars this year? Yes, Winnie?
I'm just Ken.
Correct. And you are Knuff, both of you.
Question number 2.
When using social media, what does the acronym DM?
Natalie?
Yes, Nat?
A direct message.
Correct. By the way, tomorrow we're going to be doing Chrissy's correspondence. Slide into our DMs, why don't you? On Instagram, The Chrissy Swan Show. Question number 3. Ja Rule is celebrating his 48th birthday today. Can you name just one of his songs?
No one?
No.
I can't either.
Murder!
On time. What
about
a song.
Living it up?
What do I do? What a great song.
Alrighty, question number 4.
And
You
I love
both
the
have a
bit
point each.
where he goes, "Oh." Okay, question number 4. Can you name the man who hosts the Real Housewives reunions in the US? He's in a spot of bother today.
Whore.
Conflicting stories about how he manipulates situations.
Yes, correct.
It is Andy Cohen. Question number 5. Score check.
1 point to Win, 1 point to Nat. Question number 5.
Jetstar is a subsidiary of which other airline?
Winnie.
Yes, Winnie.
Is it Qantas?
It is Qantas. That's 2 for you, Winnie. Next one for the win. In which Australian city would you find infamous club Revolver?
Winnie.
Yes, Winnie for the win.
Melbourne.
Yes, indeed. In Chapel Street, all right? You go do laps of chaps and you stop in a Revolver.
And there's rumours that Fred again's going to play a surprise show at Revs 2 this weekend.
Really?
How elite would that be?
Oh, are you going to... I'm worried.
I know.
Can I get one of those necklaces, alarms around your neck, please?
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Swans sweeping statements.
Yes, indeed. Sweeping statements. 13, 24, 10. What is the most unpopular opinion that you have?
And today, Swanee, sharing your unpopular opinion with us could get you a brand new air fryer.
Oh my God, has the time come?
The time has come. A green pan air fryer thanks to the Cookware Company. We love the Cookware Company.
These are unbelievable. And I'm going to say something because air fryers are the best invention ever.
You're mad for them.
Even if you've already got an air fryer, you want this one.
Really?
And if you don't have an air fryer, you definitely want this one.
I don't know if I need one.
You do.
I know, but you know what I'm like with my bench space? I'm just going to find a cupboard that it'll fit in.
That is a great idea.
Because I would love to cook veggies and stuff in it, but...
It's the best.
Stuff on my bench wigs me out.
Particularly for you, like a single man living alone. You don't want to heat up that big oven.
Yeah, if Chris Kontos heard you say that, he would be devastated.
All right, sorry. We've totally gone off topic because we're mad for air fryers.
Sweeping statements, Swanee. Kick us off with your unpopular opinion.
Mine is this. If an elderly person abuses you on the street, then... then they have set the precedent and you are allowed to not respect them back. Now, I've got all the respect in the world for our older population. I love them dearly.
Can you please give context to this?
I was driving into work today and, you know, I'm so respectful. Oh, my God. I was driving into work today and I just take a little hook turn in the car park. And an old man yelled after me, "You're an idiot!" And I was so taken aback because, you know, I loved him before he said that, you know, lovely old man. Anyway, I didn't say anything initially, and then he called me an idiot again. And I said, it came out of my mouth because I decided that if you're going to speak to me like that, I don't care how old you are. And I said, see you in hell, old man!
Out your window.
And kept on driving. I got a strange amount of satisfaction for that.
Oh, I love that.
What's your sweeping statement today?
There is no worse feeling in the world than a warm toilet seat on your backside.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like the feeling of grottiness and dirt. Like if you were to feel a germ, that's what it would feel like. A warm toilet seat.
When have you experienced this recently?
I think when I've been in a rush, or I think the last time was at a restaurant when there was just one men's cubicle and obviously someone exited
And
it.
did you do a poo in a restaurant?
This is a whole other conversation that Tom knows about. I know.
Okay, all right. That's
but it's the
very
worst
unlike
feeling.
you. It is the worst. I know, it's gross.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
You told us about Ed Sheeran that the man of the moment, Fred again, is actually like a ghostwriter for him.
Yeah, and has produced records for him.
Amazing.
I'm in trouble for playing Fred again, though.
Swans sweeping statements.
We can live with trouble. We have got some air fryers to give away thanks to the Cookware Company, and let me tell you,
They look chic.
I love when looking for an air fryer, you don't want anything less than an XL.
Yeah.
XL is what you're after because you can pack in a lot. Carolyn, what is your sweeping statement?
My sweeping statement is if you can't cook it in an air fryer, you're getting it raw.
Amen, baby. What is your favourite thing to cook in your air fryer? By the way, you've just won one thanks to the Cookware Company.
Oh, my God, that's amazing. My one I've got is too tiny. I need the XL.
Oh, man, you are not going to believe it.
Oh, fantastic. I love to cook ham and cheese toasties in there just for a quick, easy.
Can you do a toasty in an air fryer, Carolyn?
Carolyn,
Yeah.
Jack doesn't understand how his life is going to change.
Actually, Jack, I could have cooked a chicken by the time I was on hold.
Exactly.
Oh, wow, okay.
Exactly, Carolyn. Very good sweeping statement. Anna, what is your sweeping statement?
My sweeping statement is that fruit is not dessert. I always ask for dessert, but my mum always says, sure, you can have some fruit.
Oh, that used to ick me as a kid.
What fruit is she talking about specifically?
Just all fruit, really.
Like a banana.
I wouldn't have a banana for dessert.
Anna, I'm with you. But don't tell my gran because fruit was, admittedly, there was sometimes a little bit of rice pudding and cream with the fruit. But, yeah, good on you, Anna. You've won an air fryer.
What? Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Do you cook, Anna, at the age of 11?
No, but me and my brothers, we've all wanted an air fryer for a very long time, but Mum says no.
Well, tell her Auntie Chrissy has just given her one. Absolutely usurped her authority.
Let's go to Kelly. Kelly, what is your sweeping statement?
Well, my sweeping statement is that there is such a thing as too much Taylor Swift.
Do you realise who you're talking to here, Kelly?
No, you know.
Yes, I do.
Kelly, the rules of this game are you are entitled to your opinion and we support it 100%.
Oh, Chrissy, thank you.
Kelly, air fryer for you. Air fryer for you. I hope you don't burn your hand on it, Kelly. Lisa, what is your sweeping statement?
Oh, look, Chrissy, I'm not a body shamer, but my sweeping statement is leggings aren't pants.
Okay, Lisa. Ooh. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to get Jack to tell you what I'm wearing today and every day.
You are wearing your trusty long sleeve Stacks top, your athleisure wear, which has a cutout in it, which I really appreciate.
Sexy.
And then you are wearing a pair of Stacks leggings, which you wear every day.
And you know what, Lisa? I'm going to take your sweeping statement to a fashion icon. I can give you a little sneak peek. We are going to be having Elle Macpherson, supermodel, on the show.
Oh, my goodness.
On the show next week.
Well, look, in the leisure, if they're dressed properly, that's good, but down on the peninsula, you occasionally see them with T-shirts tucked in.
I'm with you, Lisa. It's not a look. It's not
It's
acceptable.
not a look.
Yeah.
It's not a look, so we've got to draw the line and teach people how to wear them properly.
Lisa, I love you so much. I am going to ask Elle Macpherson, are leggings ever suitable as pants?
Yeah, great. And Lisa, you get an air fryer from the Cookware Company.
Yes. Tam, hello.
Hello.
What is your sweeping statement?
As a parent, I think that homework is unnecessary waste of time.
I couldn't agree more. Are you talking about all the assignments that you sneakily do for your children?
Well, she's only in grade 1, but I'm getting pressured so much for reading and writing and everything.
Listen.
And it's just at grade 1, it's too much. I can't imagine when we get to nap class.
Tam, you wait till grade 6. You'll be there making collages about the olden days.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Fair warning, Taylor related.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Now, as we all know, Travis Kelce is Taylor's current boyfriend, and he plays for a little football team called the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Now, there's lots of podcasts, and I mean, he's a really big deal in his own right. But I thought this was an interesting little snippet from the Chiefs coach. If you know anything about football, the coach is like the god of their lives.
Yeah.
And what he had to say about Taylor Swift was this.
So what happened was she actually affected the team in a positive way.
Okay.
Right? It wasn't a negative way. It was everybody was excited that Travis was happy. So when my brother is happy beside me, that helps me and that encourages me. And so Travis came in there a different man.
Now, I know you love it when I say this, so I'm going to say it a couple of times.
Oh, no. Is it the TV?
Yep.
Come on.
So Travis Kelce became Travis, Taylor's version. And the Chiefs, the whole team, became the Chiefs, Taylor's version, which is a better version than what was there when she arrived.
So when Trav got up and started chanting Viva Las Vegas, was that Travis Taylor's version?
That was Travis Bogan version. All right? That was Travis Bourbon version. But we don't want to judge him on that. I mean, a man's allowed to let his hair down.
Absolutely. I'm all for partying and celebrating, but that was just a bit.
I mean, look at that. I mean, she's just changing all our lives. One football team at a time. Now, let's move on to Wendy Williams, which is an obsession of ours. Like, in our top 5 things that we talk about, Wendy Williams is way up there.
Without question. We have been obsessed with her for like 8 years. And I remember in high school, I used to go home and on YouTube, I'd watch her after show because she would do a Wendy Williams after show. So when she would finish the show, a camera would follow her for 20 minutes backstage and it was just manic.
It's madness. If you don't know who Wendy Williams is, she's a really big deal in the US. She had a talk show for 10,000 years. She was also a radio broadcaster. Yeah. You would have seen her many years ago. This went viral. Imagine she is on set wearing a Statue of Liberty costume and she faints.
How you doing? Halloween costume contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started.
Okay, so things go bad here.
Our first caress.
Our first caress. Okay. She's all wonky and then bang, hits the deck. All right, now you and I have got very, very bad people and we found that most amusing.
And we enjoy it every month.
We do. Now, ever since then, I've been obsessed with Wendy Williams. That was where I first met her. News has broken a few weeks ago that there is a documentary, a shocking Lifetime documentary that follows her around. She is not good at the moment.
No, and she hasn't had her show for a few years now. She's stopped doing the show and then I think things really went downhill.
Yes. Well, this is a snippet from the upcoming documentary. It's live in the States now. You can't watch it here.
But it is all over TikTok. If you want to watch it, just search Wendy Williams.
You can. So here is the story. Her publicist, Sean Zanotti, has come out and said, my goodness, if Wendy Williams had known that this was all going to go to air, she would absolutely be mortified. And I'm not going to lead the witness here, but you listen to these grabs from the show where Wendy Williams is so mean to beautiful Sean Zanotti and see if you would be shocked if it was you.
I wish you would get liposuction.
Okay.
What the brand is this?
Ugg.
Ugg?
Yeah.
Put it in the same position, please. Close it all the way. Dumbass. No. Go downstairs, please, and order something and make you fatter.
Okay. All right. See you in a sec.
It's the see you in a sec from the publicist. Okay, see you in a sec.
How could she speak to someone like that?
Well, it's since come out, Swanee. It's awful, but it has come out since she shot that she has dementia. And they didn't know that apparently when shooting that doco.
Of course they knew.
They were
They
exploiting
would
her.
have been so excited. Am I going to watch this documentary? You bet your bottom dollar.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.